OdeeLoccSportsInfo here, back with another vid for you guys. Yeah, y'all, hit that subscribe, like, bell icon so y'all can be notified if this real, because y'all know OdeeLoc keeps it real. Yeah, y'all, so I was looking through the ranking systems, right? The WBO ranking systems from 2016 until, now, until current time. And I was doing that just to expose, the Earl Spence Jr. fanboys, right? Because they say that Terrence Bud Crawford, he haven't fought a top 10 welterweight, and I want to just expose him, right? Because I'm going to put facts on the screen, and I just want to just expose him. But I'm not going to do that video right now, right? Because I stumbled onto something else. See, when I was looking for that, I stumbled onto this. I'm like, what the hell is going on? As you guys see on the screen, right? I put in WBO organization rankings, March 2020, right? I tried to go a little further. I tried to go to April, May. It wouldn't let me go to April and May. So the furthest I can go is March 2020, right? And I want you guys to look at the screen. It got Terrence Crawford. Now, where is Shawn Porter at? Who did Shawn Porter beat to become the #1 mandatory in the WBO? Something fishy going on, y'all. Something fishy is going on. Now, I want you guys to look at the screen and you guys can go and do your own research. Shawn Porter is nowhere in the WBO at all. According to March 2020 of last year, Shawn Porter wasn't in the WBO at all. It had Danny Garcia, right? Now look at the screen. 2021, January, Shawn Porter is the #1 contender. How? 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 So he just switched places with Danny Garcia? See, the PBC, they got some fishy shit going on. How could he just go from not being in the ranking system at all? Shawn Porter wasn't even in the WBO ranking system at all in 2020, right? Until they updated they ranking system, and then voila, he's #1. How? Who did he fight? Who did he beat to become the #1 mandatory in the WBO? This is how you know boxing is crooked as fuck. And Al Haymon is up to some sneaky shit. Right? Because Danny Garcia, he took on who? Earl Spence Jr. So they just traded places? Right? So Danny Garcia took on Earl Spence Jr. and Shawn Porter, he just took his #1 spot? No, hell no, it shouldn't work like that. Shawn Porter should have to fight to get to that #1 spot. He shouldn't have to just take Danny Garcia #1 spot. See, people, they wasn't even paying attention. But by me doing this research, trying to expose the Earl Spence Jr. fanboys, I've stumbled onto some other shit, y'all. I stumbled onto something totally different I wasn't even looking for. I wasn't looking for this. I found it though. See, Al Haymon and the PBC, Shawn Porter, they all fucking snakes. Shawn Porter shouldn't even be in the WBO, people. He shouldn't even be ranked in the WBO. Period. He shouldn't even be in. Who did he beat to become the #1 contender? He wasn't even in there last year, right? According to the WBO rankings, March 2020, Shawn Porter wasn't even in the ranking system. So who did he beat to become the #1 contender for Terrence Bud Crawford belt? He didn't beat nobody. He switched places with Danny Garcia because Danny Garcia took on Earl Spence Jr. Come on, y'all. Wake up, man. The PBC, Al Haymon,